And now I have unmuted the mic. I am hoping that you can hear me. My dog Peanuts can. She's down on the floor in her lovely new bed. I'm not going to shift the camera so that you can see that though. I'm here checking out on my iPad. It's interesting looking at the closed captioning and how that comes up. Hi, Donnie. Lovely to have you here from New York. Wow, it's an awfully long way from where I am because I'm Ros Boundy Psychic Medium and I'm here in Port Elliot, South Australia. So it's a long way from New York. I wonder how many kilometres that is. And I'm not going to have time to do a Google on that. I'm just going to, though, I'll leave the iPad going because then at least I know if I've frozen or not, because that can sometimes be the vagaries of the internet, isn't it? And you can hear me? Great. I had some funny things happening this morning from a daily live stream. I do a daily card spread reading with the Lenormand deck. And it happened to, I don't know, I got something mucked around. But that's okay. I think I had a pre-recorded that I was showing and I had whichever one of it was muted incorrectly. And that's fine. With all of this stuff, it actually does take some of those, muck arounds, the things that you make mistakes with, to actually remember for the next time that mistakes aren't made again. That's all. And good morning, Tracy. How are you? It's lovely to see you here. I have finally got to being here today as in a follow-up from what was this morning. I have had a few things that I've actually been able to do, like some shopping and stuff like that I needed to do. And one of them was to get a brand new heater, which I don't think you can see. It's right directly behind me. It's one of those oil things with the bars, and I had to put a few things up. This room with the air conditioning, the way that mine works, it doesn't bring the air into this room very well at all, whether it's cooling or heating. So cooling, heating, I've just got to rug up. So that's what I did. Now, what I was going to do with this morning, now I'm hoping that link that is there in each of those spaces, because I'm actually sending this out to 5 different locations, the usual ones that I go to with my morning sessions. Now, I don't know if that link goes to groups. So this is going to my YouTube channel, my Ros Boundy page in Facebook, and the mytimetv.live in Facebook. So I know that the link's gone out to those 3 destinations, not to my Ros Boundy, what do you call the plain one? Profile, the usual one. And the Women in Business Amplified private group, it's not going into that one. So I may need to just pop over to Facebook to actually pop a link in physically underneath the link, just for those who are wanting to actually purchase a $30 Curiosi-T Card Reading with me. It's at a special half price from what I would have been doing in the Body Mind Psychic Expo if I had have ended up going to that this morning. So, today and tomorrow. But because of health issues, I chose and decided not to do that. So it's one of those things that sometimes it's just what you need to decide for what is your better health, etc. And I'm going to put these links to the special priced reading into those 2 extra pages that it hasn't shown up in. So hopefully it's got there now. So, and here we have Carol as well. I'm just starting again to look through the comments. Some of you are familiar with how I work with all this, so it's cool. And I like pressing buttons, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So nice to have you here, Carol. And we've got Donnie. You like the music notes. Oh, hang on, those. The music notes. Yes. I'd actually bought those as a once-off purchase. I saw them in what's equivalent to the cheaper type shops. Well, is it cheaper? It's called Ned's Emporium. It's sort of like a Walmart, I suppose, in comparison, but sometimes those types of things you only see them once and they're gone forever type, and that's what I bought, and I thought, I really like it too, so thank you for noticing and commenting on it. And here we've got Di as well. Good afternoon. Lovely to have you here too. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm using just the B.Live as a streaming platform today. Usually I use Ecamm with it, but I wanted those links specifically that shows up in the right or down the bottom with your comments. For those who would like to purchase a special reading. The way that I am going to do that is anyone that does purchase, your email will be there, and I do the reading recorded like this. And that's because I feel that sometimes when you're paying for a reading, you don't want it to be public in the full arena of internet world. So that's why I'll do that from the list that I gain later. So certainly feel free to purchase a reading. I'll do those in line of how I receive them. And what I was going to do this time is to share a demonstration of what type of reading it is that you can expect to get from that $30 Aussie dollar. And what you can see here is bright sunshine coming through the window as a shadowed reflection comes across, as you can see. Let's hope that it actually works okay. Otherwise, I know I'm going to have to upgrade and update my lighting with curtains closed. The other thing that I have got that, and I will just quickly, because I like having fun with with messing around with the buttons, as you know, I'm going to show you quickly what my delightful whoops, hold on. I'm just going to show it how bright, I'm going to solo this, how bright it is outside at the moment with the way that the sun's shining on my glass, as you can see. Actually, I should do that. Let me see. I'm not sure how I do. Anyway, I like pressing the buttons. It's very bright, as you can see, out my front yard. So even though it is a cool day, we are on the last throes of autumn or fall, for those who are American. And I suppose Canadians use fall as a term too. But it's certainly autumn here, and it's just about to switch over to winter. Like we've got a switch on for our seasons anyway, but you know what I mean. Okie dokie. So here we've got the Curiosi-T cards. So they're a gorgeous little deck. Oh, God, they are actually. I'm just going to see if I can bring them in a little bit further, whether it's going to make a difference or not. I want to be able to see all of our cards. And that is a bit awkward, isn't it? Is that a bit better for you to see them? Good afternoon, Di. I just noticed your comment there too. So lovely to see you here. Just going to start this by throwing the dice this time. Now, these are Curiosi-T cards. It's a reading system by this lady who does the labyrinth through time as well. And it's Tea with Karen. It is registered trademark, and they are copyrighted reading systems that she creates. Wonderfully creative, and she certainly does do tea cups as well. If you look on her website, Tea with Karen, you'll find more information about what she offers. It's beautiful equipment. So, and she also has this deck of cards that actually, if for when I would have been at the expo today and tomorrow, I would have used these cards as part of the tool kit because it actually has different questions. If you don't know what you're actually after for a reading, it can be that prompt for what the questions are going to be. You know, what you might want to find some answers for. And pretty accurate, I've found over time. So I've just shuffled them, and we've got a question here that I'll use the demonstration as for this particular spread that we've got here. So what, that is really bright, isn't it? You can't read it with the light on it. So what is spirit or higher consciousness trying to tell me? So as far as a demo reading, here we go with the card. Oh God, you can't see that, can you? That's interesting. I might just, no, you can't even see that there. I'll just have to refer to it over here. So I'll start with the 3 dice. It can be that you choose a number between 1 and 18 because it's 6 cards in 3 rows and there's 3 different colours. So I'll just do this to start them off. Whoops, got one stuck in my hand. And that's 5, 6 and 3. So it's 14. So the way to start it off, oops, I'll just put that there. So 12, 13, 14. So here's the starting card. And I'm just seeing what Donna has put here. That's really nice. Your grandmother used to read actual tea leaves. I've been practicing. I'm not real good at the tea leaf reading yet. I do enjoy that process, you know, the little bit of a ritual and the turning the cup around and swirling and tipping it over. It's the interpretation of what each leaf looks like that's stuck. It's interesting. It is interesting. And these sort of emulate it in a way. Using symbolism, what you feel as you, like the intuition, what you're feeling as you are, you know, looking at this one here. It started on the star card, number 14. So it started on the star card. So the basis of this question, what is spirit or higher consciousness trying to tell me? It's actually guiding us to feeling that essence of what the answer will be is going to be based in the stars, in what the dream, what your dreams are. What are you actually trying, you know, bringing in from what is the cosmos, from the guidance of the stars? You know, we dream, we sometimes say wish upon a star and that type of thing. So with this system, here we've got that base energy of the stars bringing in what the stars have to tell us. And that can actually be to do with the astrology too, and natal charts and that type of thing as well. So what we've got here on top of that is bringing in that energy of the camel and what is perseverance. So it feels to me like whatever is coming in now that Spirit's trying to tell us seems to have taken a long age, and there's still, you know, and it is about our dreams and what we're aiming for, you know, the seeing that sparkly light in the sky and really, you know, bringing in that wonder and the acknowledgement we've got dreams and that we can actually have some of them working toward coming true. So that's what I'm feeling with the camel. It's actually bringing in the practicalities and the perseverance and don't give up factor, that it's never going to happen just because it's a dream. Work towards actually using that energy of, you know, continuing onward and have those dreams, bring some parts of them to fruition. It's not going to happen by magic. It's going to happen because we're working at it. We're actually taking steps that, you know, it plods us along into that direction of what is going to be that goal of creating the dream come true. So from this one, we're going to the 5 pink. There's the pink up the top and the 5th card along. So this is the camel. There we have it. And what we're continuing with the story with this one, as far as what Spirit's trying to bring to our attention, telling us it is with that continuity and persistence, we are going to be able to celebrate, because that's the 2 goblets. It's not just by yourself. This is with others who are friends and family, having a party. whatever it is that you have as your dream, your goal, that you're going to be able to bring it to that level of celebration and knowing that that's what you're going to be able to do. Now, let me have a look here. Tried to book a reading, won't let me. I click link in the pay and it says, oh, bugger. So my button pressing didn't work. Okay, well, that's going to be a bit different. What I'll do is PayPal me at Psychic to Reader and 30. I think this is how it works. I should check, shouldn't I? Just check to see if that one works. I should actually look at my details. I haven't done that one for a fair while. That might be the only one I'm going to have that work then. There's a step that I've missed in my link creation, so my apologies for that. My sincerest apologies for that. And thank you for bringing that up, Donnie. So that's this link. I should actually try it myself. Don't really want people to try it if it's not the right one. How do I find out for that? Because it's interrupted my flow, but that doesn't matter. It's quite okay, Donnie. Better now to know than later. And I'm hoping I've got the PayPal me worked out for that one. I've just got to go and look at a file just to make sure my link is correct. So much that I, whoopsie. It's just a little text file that I should be bringing up. Does it work? I think it is. Oh, bugger, I don't have it in that file from the look of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. PayPal me. Oh, look, that should work. It should. Okay, let's see that it does. See if it does. If that one doesn't, I've got this one that might. You can try whichever way you like, and this one it should. Hey, Donnie, there's nothing wrong with that at all. No, sorry for at all. I'm thankful that you've pointed it out to me, and I need to go and change my linking somehow. As soon as I finish this demo, I shall. So thank you so much. Because that link will still be valid. I've just got to fix how it gets paid for. So thank you. Now, so what we got to was actually persisting, being able to actually celebrate. So as far as what Spirit's actually telling you, the messages are also that you need to be open to those dreams. Remember, here we are, we've got the star as that first card, and those dreams coming through in that. I'm almost feeling like it's a self-doubt thing, but we can be assured that it certainly is to have some because not all dreams are worthy to come true, but certainly to have those that are more important for you and what you're really wanting to attain is that dream come true goal. It's the persistence, and it is going to work. Put each of those steps into it at whatever way that you're liking to celebrate. It could be party, or it could just be a nice celebratory drink with your loved one, your closest partner in some form, or just that, pat on the back. Congratulations, you've got to where you wanted to be with that particular part of the goal. And doing the mini steps too, little milestone celebrations doesn't hurt either. So then we go to the 5 blue, which is down here. And the card that's on that is love. So, wow, that almost feels like Spirit could be telling you there might be a firming of a love relationship, being able to actually celebrate in a deeper way. Or if it's business-minded, something that's work or business or other things like that it could be that you are loving what you're doing. The whole process is moving forward to being something that you love doing. And this is where it really is individualized at this point with a one-on-one session with you for a reading. If that can be via a Zoom or something like that, or like this, be live, but private. because or eCam even. I've got various ways that things can be done. A Google Meet. Oh, I'm not sure if that can be done. Hey, that's more buttons to play with, isn't it? I can play at that. Anyway, we're going to be moving it into something that is related to love, doing something from the heart, or having a loving relationship, anew, fresh, something that's starting or progressing, and really moving into that depths of what is next in your life. So here's the green, and we're in the third card along for the green. And what we've got there is the ship. Now, the ship is about travel. It is something that's going to take us places. So, in whatever context you're hearing it for you yourself, even right now, that is potentially holiday, going places. If it was something that's growing relationship for you, to me, it feels like it might almost be celebration, could be engagement or marriage, deepening the love and going on a honeymoon. Or it could be as far as what your work situation goes, that you've really attained that level of, the goals, that peak that you're wanting to reach. You're loving what you do, and it's time now for a holiday and taking that time off, a well-earned rest. So we're going up here to the 3 pink. See how the story is following along this trail, this chain of cards, bringing further information about what this question might be, or in this case, what this card is suggesting as the message. So what is being told to you by spirit or higher consciousness? And here we are, we're back home. It's almost like you've gone on a holiday and you've come back home, and there's things to do. Settle back into feeling at home, comfortable, and moving on to what is the next part. It could be, if this was a relationship that's got to that point of marriage, honeymoon, and settling into a new home together. It's however it's interpreted for the individual. So here we are at the home, the green row here, and we're up to card 5. There is the further story, the further step. Now, this one's actually doing what I'm feeling where this is, it presents itself, that it's actually bringing in some of those things that are needing to be pointed out. So it's the tip of this has that light, the sword. It usually means cutting and that type of thing. So it's being decisive, so that some things you're actually, oh, good. So that's what happened. Thank you, Donna. I'm hoping that has actually, because, yep, there, proof. I've got it there. So I'm hoping that brings a email up, or some way that I can actually, because it's been so long since I've gone into PayPal directly and using that method. Thank you for that. So at that point, we'll negotiate time if you want to join in on a reading, or if you'd send a question and, that sort of stuff. We'll get in touch. So hang around probably, or even, I don't even know. Because your comments here, I can message you anyway in Messenger, Facebook Messenger, can't I? Because you are in message, in the chat, Facebook. Cool. So what we're doing, we are cutting out some of the stuff that's not needed. It could be just that there is some decorating happening in the home space, and that things are going to be shifted around, and some of the stuff cut out, whether it's patterns or whether it's, wallpapers, or who knows, weeds from a garden. Who knows? It does feel like there's some rearranging and things happening there that's going to bring some discussion and decision making, so that you're getting it refined and knowing where and what you're wanting to do with that home. And it is a follow on from the home space. So that then goes to the 4th card in the green. See the continuity, and we know I've picked up the right card, and it's going to certainly bring some wonderful good luck into the home space as well. Well, that's where I'm feeling it. That's where my intuition is showing me this, that it's going to be through that home space. So we're moving up, 4th card, on the pink row. You're getting the gist of this now? So here we go with the star returning. We are returning back to the 2 of blue card with the star underneath. So it's a completion of this story, this reading, so that the star is that the cycle has completed, the good luck, the dreams come true. It really is bringing it back to that cycle, that, you know, that, and it's at this point that there could be some other questions that by now, through a reading, there could be some more questions that you'd like to ask from those particular cards in this spread. So that's just a small, short demonstration of how these cards actually read in a sequence system. So I'm hoping that that does come across clearly to you, because sometimes as I'm trying to concentrate on the mechanics of doing a live stream, it gets a little lost in the fluidity. And it certainly is. Thank you so much, Donnie. And I will get in touch with you afterwards with this. So I may yet still pop on again later, or it could be tomorrow. I can see that because of the shadowing and stuff with my table, I'm going to need to do something different with my lighting. And I don't have professional set. I just have bedside lamps sitting up there to stop shadows. Not doing it very well either, especially since it's such a bright day outside. I really love looking outside and having that natural light coming through. So thank you so much, Donnie. Thank you for each and every one of you others who are here as well, Di and Carol, Tracy, each and every one of you. I just love having an audience here. It doesn't matter the number. It's just sharing time and togetherness is what I feel with doing live streams and sharing what each of us actually, you know, when you take note of other people's live streams and sharing what they have to, you know, being part of what they have to share, that it just builds community and that sense of involvement and family and things like that. It's wonderful when I get to have guests on. I don't do too many. I have Leanne Winston every Friday night. Well, most Friday nights. We didn't do it last night. I wasn't well enough. And she was very busy setting up for her stall, in which is where I was going to be, sharing one of the spaces in her stall space. So that's what it is, isn't it? Yes, I have decided not to continue on with some of those shows. Love seeing you, smiley fella. Thank you, Di. Thank you. Whoops, that went and flipped off. So strange because it's so dark here. Donnie, I absolutely love the technology that we have these days in the way that we can interact with people, because of so much that's happened over the last couple of years, especially with the pandemics and restrictions and not being able to go and get together with other people. This really has been a pretty much, I think, a mental health lifesaver for many, because you can still connect in some form with others, even if it's not to touch. But so pleased that it's been relaxed and things are returning a bit back to normal. Nothing will ever be as normal or back to what it was, because it's the nature of how we learn and change and learn and change and learn. It's all those things about moving forward in life. We've got some excellent ways that we can now handle technology. It's always rolling over, isn't it? Is it always an improvement? Not always. But it's certainly experiencing life as it comes to us, isn't it? And we can step out into it now rather than just hanging around waiting for rules to change, isn't it? So, and you're going away Monday and shifting furniture around after having new flooring put in. Wow, what type of flooring did you have put in? I find I like doing the reno-y type stuff, because I've spent a bit of over the last couple of years moving back into here. I did have the walls repainted, like these walls. They were all interesting colours with tenants. I said to them, yes, you can paint, but it needs to be repainted once you've left. Well, that part was forgotten. They didn't do that. So I needed to. And I did put some straight floor coverings, not carpet, in that process. So, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So true there, Donnie, isn't it? Now, look, I might just leave that now. I'll get to your reading, Donnie. We'll sort that one out as well. Yeah, the lino that looks like floorboards, was it in those panels? Because I had them done in the lounge and the kitchen area. Oh, that was the first time I bought here, it was done. This last time it was the bedrooms. I had some sort of a timber veneer-y floor thing. I don't know it was called actually floating timber floors, but sort of similar. So it had to be edged, I know that. And it click-clacks as you walk on it. In some respects, I wish I'd have put carpet back in, but I like the dust. Carpet just creates so much dust, and I decided not to have it. But anyway, that was my choice. And you've got your favourite, your favourite teacup. Yes, Dee. It's the, hang on, I'll switch it round for you because I've actually done the reading, the demo reading of this one, Dee. So you probably need to go back and watch the replay for that. And certainly, and that was just something that was less hassle. Yeah, I find that it's a lot easier. Well, I feel for myself that it's so much easier to actually sweep, vacuum and mop a floor. It's clean. So that's why I love that. Like the straight flooring of some sort that you can mop, get that water through it and really have it clean. And that's, I've got a dog, so, and well, we've got two dogs when Tony's here, so you love it. Yeah, you love the cards. Yes. I love doing them too, so that's why I've put that offer there. Dee, if you haven't got it at the moment, when you go back to replay, there should be the links, not the Soul Software link. I haven't quite got that up properly. Apparently, I've forgot some part of the link. But certainly, if you go to the PayPal one, if you want to, the PayPal link apparently works. So I've got a couple to do now of the readings. So I am doing this as a demo. So that, and it's because I can't get to, well, I can't. I could have gone to the Body Mind Psychic Expo at Adelaide in the Wayville Showgrounds. I could have, but it was at risk of causing me a great deal of stress if I needed to attend the list room in a hurry type thing. So I decided, no, it wasn't worth my stress, and not knowing how my body health is at the moment. I was flat for half the day yesterday because sometimes the gut does cramp up. Buscapan's pretty good stuff, but it's not that good. So, it's things that we do need to be taking care of ourselves and being aware of our own bodies and how it reacts to different things, whether it's the foods we eat, the medications we take, or whatever. And having that trust in self that whatever decisions we're making for ourselves are the right ones, because there's always going to be something that we can wonder about. Did I do the right thing? And I do feel I did the right thing in not going up there for this weekend after all. So there we go. And here we go. Donnie, I don't know how you prefer to do them, but if you want to do it in public, you don't mind if you prefer private. Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't mind if I do a public reading when you've paid for one? I'm quite happy to do it and record it separately if you'd like, because sometimes there is things that might pop up that are a little bit needing the privacy. So I'm open to whatever you would suggest. You bought a set of these cards, this here. Oh, she'd love them. I find them, I love doing them. I think they're gorgeous. Just the handling. And Di's saying, oh, hope I feel okay. Well, it's one of those things that in life we do sometimes have things happen that will continue in further, I won't call them issues because it's just further challenges sometimes. And, decisions that we make previously can have those sorts of ramifications coming forward. And for me, I did have a bowel cancer tumor removed in 2014 and had the bag on, and then that was reversed, which is good. But at that time, I decided not to follow up with chemotherapy. So even with that, I'm quite happy in having made that choice. It's just that because of having had the ileostomy bag, so it's called ostomy, it means that there's that shortened bowel section, and sometimes my gut, the whole intestinal tract thing, sometimes it can block and still do that sort of thing. That's all it is. It's a matter of when that happens is to not eat the wrong food. I'm starting to learn after that many years now that, I shouldn't have eaten that. Sometimes you just give in and you pay for it. That's all. I had to lay flat and drink more water. It's all of that. So, so that's what Dee's saying. Either is fine. You're an open book. Well, okay, I can do this now. Is there a particular question that you'd like to ask, Donnie? If you just put that in, can't post comments to some destinations. Don't know what that's about. I'll just pick these cards up while you're considering your question there, Donnie. If you want to place that. Oh, we've got a troll. We have a troll. Do ignore that, please, because actually, I'm almost very tempted to leave it as a private reading for you, Donnie. So I might do that, and I'll go and sort this one out because it's hard to concentrate and do a reading at the same time. So if that's okay, Donnie, I'll get in touch with you. Thank you for each of you others. Anyone else who has made a purchase via the PayPal one, I will get a notification and can put you on the list, and I'll do them as soon as I get them or as soon as I can get to them. And have a wonderful day for the rest of your day or evening as far as Donnie goes. I'll be back with you, Donnie, in a minute. And for each and every one of you, thank you for being here. And here we go with just, oh no, that'll put the link up again. It'll be the wrong one. I was going to put a picky up. I won't now. I'll just say bye for now. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. And lovely. Take care. Oh, thanks, Dee. Oh, I just missed that one. So, yeah, your hubby had bowel cancer removed when he was 40, had a bag 3 months. Luckily, he did not need chemo. Yeah, about the same as where I was at. So there's always that not always, there's sometimes that little smidgen of doubt. Did I make the right decision? I did. And so did your husband. So we need to trust ourselves, that intuitive gut feeling that we have, because it's coming from spirit. And that's what spirit tells us too. Okay, I'll catch you a bit later. So thank you. If I'm not back on again today, tonight, for today or tonight, etc., I will pop in. I'll be back in tomorrow morning at the 8:00 a.m. as usual with the Daily Lenormand card spread reading. I'll be with you in a sec there, Donnie. Okay, bye for now.